Now for the last story. Is it a story at all? I really don't know. A few weeks ago, I interviewed Shlucha Chani Moskowitz in Yerushalayim. Remember Chani? She told me they held a big Seder in Ukraine 7 years ago, before the war. A woman came with her husband and knocked at the door. Chani opened it, and the woman gave her a package and said, "I've brought you a special gift." Chani looked inside and saw a package of wafer biscuits. They were entirely kosher, but entirely chametz. According to halacha, chametz must be put aside and then burnt on Chol HaMoed, and that's what Chani did. She told me this story on the stage during the interview, and I said, "Nu?" And she said, "What do you mean, nu?" And I said, "And?" I'm sure you're all listening, waiting for the end, and you're saying to yourselves, "Oh, the way these stories go is that you'll probably ask the woman who brought the biscuits to stand up. She'll be wearing a shadel. Now she's the new shlucha to Siberia, right?" Whatever happened to this woman, I asked Chani in this interview. And Chani answered, "I don't know. The war broke out. The world changed. I don't know whether she had Seder night this year or where she is. I hope she is alive." As for me, I got the most important punchline, that not all Chabad stories have a punchline. In fact, most stories don't have a visible triumphant ending. In most cases, you give without seeing any immediate result. You give because you believe in the infinite power of every mitzvah of every Jew. So let's acknowledge tonight, let's acknowledge together all the things that the world may define as failures. Tonight, I would like to give a shout out to the ones who invested in a family that sent their kids to Hebrew school, and the children stopped coming after bar or bar mitzvah. They disappeared. Let's give you a hand for that. I would like to talk about those who host backpackers wholeheartedly. And let's face it, sometimes you feel that they only come for your delicious food. You never see them again. Yishar koach for that. Thank you. I want us to acknowledge the shluchot who set up for 50 women, and after publishing and organizing everything, only 7 women came. Let's give you a hand. Let's give you a hand. And let's give those 7 women a hand. Kol hakavod. I want to mention a group of shluchot who won the lottery, so to speak. They are never considered heroes. They live in Israel. Nobody thinks it's hard for them. It's the Holy Land. Well, sometimes it's more challenging. It's more complex. Thank you, sisters, shluchot of Eretz Israel. אני עוזבת את נימוסי הטקס ואת האנגלית ואת הנאום. תודה, אחיות מארץ ישראל. אין עליכן, תמשיכו. So I was asked to speak about my amazing encounters with shluchot, but I'm here to say that the most important stories are the ones that I have never written about, the stories that no one covered, the stories that are never made into nice videos for this convention. They are never reported in Chabad internet sites, one of the 2,000 Chabad internet sites you have. In heaven, they are recorded, they are written about. In heaven, they make headlines. I truly believe this is a powerful educational message for all of us. especially for our children in the age of social media. We do what is right because it's right, because this is shlichut. You are there. Even if you're not rescued from Ukraine on Shabbat, you live in Miami or Australia, and your neighbor has not wanted to light Shabbat candles for 5 years. You are there. You are there at weddings where Avram Fried doesn't perform, and no sheikhs dance in the middle of the night for the bride and groom. You are there. You are there even when your own daughters do complain, and they are having a hard time, and they have no friends, and they are so bored. Thank you, girls, the next generation. You are there. These are the read headlines. Hama'aseh hu ha'ikar. The deed is the most important thing, said the Rebbe again and again. Not the deed's publication or its reward or its punchline. The deed is the important thing. Only you know how many millions of such deeds with no punchlines are in this room tonight. These deeds are what will bring us, Be'ezrat Hashem, to the true, ultimate punchline, the real final redemption, הגאולה האמיתית והשלמה. תודה.